Hello there everyone, welcome back to Ants Authority. Today we will discuss about the topic, will ant traps work on tiny ants? In this video we will discuss about this topic in detail, so let's start the video. Ant traps work on tiny ants due to less population density, small colony size, high susceptibility and quick transfer of food among members. In addition, they are easy to trap as they can enter through small openings of the bait containers. It is easy to control their population as their mounds are not deeper and broader, using less space under the ground. It is better to consider the species of ants, body size and colony size before choosing ant traps because every trap does not work efficiently for every type of species. Ant traps are effective at controlling ant populations, which can help get rid of the annoying insect by targeting their entire colonies or workforce. Tiny ants usually have small populations and less population density as their colonies consist of only a few hundred or thousand insects. It is easy to get rid of their population density is small because a small colony dies earlier than a large colony. Tiny grease ants have low population density due to small colony size. They do not dig deeper into the soil and remain close to the ground surface. Targeting a small population of ants by trapping them with baits or liquid solution is easy. You have to ensure that every forager gets bait from the bait, which is only possible if you increase the amount of baiting material. However, you can target small colonies using a few containers. So these traps effectively work on these ants because all workers consume the toxic ingredients that lead to the quick removal of the insect population. It is easier to trap tiny ants than giant species because they can easily reach bait ingredients. They can easily sneak through tiny openings in the container and reach food. Larger insects face problems entering the bait stations and avoid eating sugary foods when they cannot access them. Accordingly, these traps work better on the tiny creatures. I use taro ant killer spray to kill the ghost ants that are only 1.2 to 1.5 mm long, and one spray bottle of 16 ounces is sufficient to kill a large number of insects. Moreover, I used almost 1.5 spray bottles to kill the same number of carpenter ants because their size is bigger than ghost ants. Physical traps or sticky tapes can also capture many tiny ants on their sticky surface. They build smaller mounds and occupy small surface areas on the ground, making it easy to control their propagating population. Ant traps work efficiently and target tiny species quickly when their mounds are not large. You need only a few bait stations and a small amount of granular bait to kill their population. Their nests are not deeper, which leads to the quick appearance of insects close to the entry hole when they detect a nutritional food source around their mounds. Moreover, it takes less time to attract ants from tunnels close to the ground surface than those living 20 to 25 feet deep in the ground. Their nests are not wider and occupy a few square feet on the ground surface. You do not need multiple bags of granular bait or gel traps to cover their nest. Small populations of tiny ants are more susceptible to traps than the large populations because they cannot develop resistance against these traps. A small number of foragers in the colony can die quickly after ingesting toxic bait ingredients. These traps do not provide any margin to learn and avoid baits for next time. Moreover, these foragers die within several hours after being trapped on the sticky barriers and consuming toxic compounds in sugary baits. Furthermore, it is challenging for a colony to survive without workers because they are responsible for providing food and nutrition to the colony. Ingestion of some lethal baits also leads to the death of queens in addition to workers, resulting in the death of an entire colony within a few days. Thanks for watching the video.